Someone says, can you speak about the possibility of nuclear war? Yes, of course. Cheerful topic, but it's on our minds a great deal. I think it has been for the last 4 or 5 years at several different points. And of course, we all know that there is in traditional indigenous dialogues, and also it's been promised even by certain governments at certain times, that there's the possibility of a nuclear attack. And wouldn't it be, an ideal plan in the minds of some very crazy people that if there was a nuclear incident, then it might be the way to unify all of humanity, digitalize everyone in double quick time, get everybody under surveillance and lockdown, and even more a slave than everybody has been up to now. There is a very high possibility of this type of plan still. It ebbs and it flows to the degree it's coming to the fore. You've seen a recent threat once again that if a certain American soon-to-be president doesn't do certain things, then a certain Russian president promises certain nuclear outcomes. This is all part of the plan and the dance and the play. So many negative things that were supposed to have happened in the first part of this decade have not happened. They've been offset. They've purified out because of you, because of us, because of so many beings on the planet and what they're doing in a positive way every day of their lives. The positive high frequency beings and the layer of the universal mind is also a very powerful vanguard action here on the planet right now. The possibility of these things happening is still there. At the moment, it's not actually that strong. There is the possibility in the future still of some type of attack that goes from the east to the west, if we use the conventional globe version of our planet just for a moment. And it does look sketchy for Europe in the second half of this decade. However, the breakdown will be so accelerated, particularly in Europe, that many of these things just won't be possible. And there is so much refusal going on now, and so much infighting and greed amongst those who are trying to implement these so-called well-rehearsed plans. These people are not very clever, and they are not as organized as we think. Usually they have to bludgeon it through with force. But the trouble is that the more surveillance and the less freedom of speech there is, the less they know how much people really feel and what they think, because they can't find it on their stupid devices anymore, because people don't mention it. Meanwhile, the human spirit, the calibration of our source connection, the governmental forces which are an aspect of our waters and our mountains, which are flowing into our psyche and our bioelectric fields, they are alive and well. That side of reality is being unleashed with the power of several nuclear bombs. For some people, it will translate into unrest and turning their energy against negative forms of energy on the planet, which is not very productive as a course of action. But for a small, hardcore contingent, this is all occurring at a much higher level, where we are beginning to put down the way that we want to be and the way that we believe in and the way that we've already been living for a long time. And that is laying down a different type of pathway, which causes a massive ripple through reality. So this is not over yet, guys. You're the hand grenade in this reality, nobody else.